Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our English Learning Podcast. I'm Emma.
And I'm Michael. Today, we have an exciting and incredibly useful episode for you. We'll be diving into tips and strategies for preparing for English exams like TOEFL, IELTS, and others.
That's right. We know how stressful preparing for these exams can be. So we're here to make your preparation smoother and more effective. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Your engagement helps us keep producing great content for you. Segment 1. Understanding the exams. Let's start by understanding what TOEFL, IELTS, and other English proficiency exams are. Michael, can you give us a brief overview?
Sure, Emma. The TOEFL, or Test of English as a Foreign Language, is designed to measure the English language proficiency of non-native speakers. It's widely accepted by universities in the United States and Canada.
And what about the IELTS?
The IELTS, or International English Language Testing System, is another popular English proficiency test. It's accepted by many educational institutions worldwide, especially in the UK, Australia, and New Zealand. It has two versions: academic and general training.
That's correct. Both exams test 4 key language skills: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. However, they have different formats and scoring systems.
Yes, understanding the structure of each exam is crucial for effective preparation. Knowing what to expect can significantly reduce anxiety and help you focus better.
If you find this podcast useful, please give it a thumbs up. Your likes really help us out. Segment 2. General preparation tips. Now that we have a basic understanding of the exams, let's move on to some general preparation tips. Michael, what's your top tip for anyone starting their preparation?
My top tip is to create a study plan. Consistency is key. Set aside specific times each day for studying different sections of the exam. Break down your study sessions into manageable chunks.
Absolutely. A study plan helps you stay organized and ensures you cover all necessary material. I also recommend using a variety of resources, textbooks, online courses, practice tests, and even YouTube videos.
Speaking of practice tests, taking them regularly is crucial. They help you get familiar with the exam format and timing. Plus, they highlight your strengths and weaknesses, allowing you to focus on areas that need improvement.
That's a great point. Practice tests are like a rehearsal for the big day. And don't forget to review your answers. Understanding why you got something wrong is just as important as getting it right.
Another important tip is to immerse yourself in the language. Listen to English podcasts, watch movies, read books and articles. The more you expose yourself to the language, the more comfortable you'll become.
Yes, immersion is key. It helps you think in English rather than translating from your native language, which can slow you down.
Enjoying the content? Don't forget to like the video to show your support.
Segment 3. Tips for listening. Let's dive into some specific tips for each section of the exams. Starting with the listening section. Michael, what's your advice for acing the listening part?
For the listening section, active listening is crucial. Practice listening to different English accents and speeds. The TOEFL and IELTS feature various accents, including British, American, and Australian.
That's true. Also, while listening, Try to focus on the main ideas and details. Take notes, but don't try to write down everything. Note-taking should help you remember key points, not distract you.
Exactly. And don't be discouraged if you miss something. Stay calm and keep listening. Sometimes the context can help you figure out the meaning later on.
Another tip is to practice listening in different environments. Exams can be noisy, so getting used to some background noise can be helpful.
Great advice, Emma. And always review your listening practice tests. Understand what types of questions you missed and why.
Segment 4. Tips for reading. Moving on to the reading section. Michael, what are your top tips for this part?
For reading, time management is crucial. You often have a lot of text to get through in a limited time. Practice skimming and scanning techniques to find key information quickly.
Yes, and try to understand the main idea of each paragraph. Don't get stuck on words you don't know. Instead, try to understand the overall context.
Another tip is to practice different types of reading materials. Academic journals, newspapers, and literature can all help improve your reading skills and vocabulary.
And when answering questions, always refer back to the text. The answer is usually directly in front of you, so don't rely on memory alone.
That's right. Detailed reading and comprehension are key. And as always, practice, practice, practice.
Segment 5. Tips for writing. Now, let's talk about the writing section. This part can be challenging, especially under time constraints. Michael, how can students improve their writing skills?
First and foremost, understand the different types of writing tasks. TOEFL and IELTS require you to write essays, but the formats can differ. Practice both integrated and independent writing tasks.
Yes, and focus on structure. A clear introduction, body, and conclusion are essential. Each paragraph should have a main idea and supporting details.
Planning is crucial. Spend a few minutes outlining your essay before you start writing. It helps organize your thoughts and ensures you cover all points.
That's a great tip. Also, practice writing under timed conditions. This helps you manage your time effectively during the actual exam.
Don't forget to review and edit your work. Check for grammar, punctuation, and spelling errors. A well-written essay can make a significant difference in your score.
And if possible, get feedback on your writing. Teachers, tutors, or even online writing services can provide valuable insights. If this podcast is helping you, a like would be much appreciated. It really makes a difference. Segment 6. Tips for speaking. Finally, let's discuss the speaking section. Michael, what advice do you have for students preparing for this part?
For the speaking section, practice is essential. Try to speak English as much as possible. Engage in conversations with native speakers or fellow learners.
Yes, and practice answering common speaking questions. Record yourself and listen to your responses. This helps identify areas for improvement.
Fluency and coherence are important. Don't worry too much about grammar while speaking. Focus on delivering your message clearly and confidently.
Also, practice speaking for different lengths of time. Some questions require brief answers, while others need more detailed responses.
Body language can also play a role. Maintain eye contact and use gestures naturally. This shows confidence and engagement.
And remember, it's okay to take a moment to think before you answer. It's better to gather your thoughts than to start speaking immediately and get stuck. Segment 7. Exam Day Tips. Now that we've covered tips for each section, let's talk about exam day itself. Michael, what should students keep in mind on the big day?
On exam day, make sure to get a good night's sleep. Being well rested will help you stay focused and alert.
Yes, and eat a healthy breakfast. You need energy to stay sharp during the exam.
Arrive at the test center early. This gives you time to settle in and reduce anxiety.
Make sure you have all the necessary documents and materials. Double-check everything the night before.
During the exam, manage your time wisely. Keep an eye on the clock, but don't let it stress you out.
And if you feel nervous, take deep breaths and stay positive. Remember, you've prepared for this.
Absolutely. Confidence is key. Believe in yourself and your abilities.
Segment 8. Post-exam tips. After the exam, it's important to relax and reflect. Michael, what should students do post-exam?
First, give yourself a pat on the back for completing the exam. It's a significant achievement.
Yes, and while waiting for your results, continue practicing your English. Learning is a continuous process.
If you don't get the score you wanted, don't be discouraged. Identify areas for improvement and plan your next steps.
And remember, every attempt is a learning experience. Use the feedback to better prepare for your next try.
Finally, celebrate your efforts. Whether you passed or need to retake the exam, acknowledge your hard work.
That brings us to the end of today's episode. We hope you found these tips helpful for your exam preparation.
Remember, preparation and practice are key to success. Stay consistent, stay positive, and you will achieve your goals.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below with your thoughts or questions. We love hearing from you.
And be sure to check out our other episodes for more tips and strategies to improve your English skills.
Thank you for joining us today. Good luck with your exams and happy learning.
See you in the next episode.